Thank you, Minister. You can proceed, Osmic.
Oh, thank you. My good sir, I think the comment about hip hop's origins coming from, it's definitely true, because obviously one of the founders is a guy called African Bamba, and the group that he had formed back then was called the Universal Zulu Nation. And all these obviously things that come here. So there is a collaboration effort, for instance, and a open dialogue with the American Hip Hop Museum that's currently been also built to start seeing how do we cross collaborate.
Okay, not another presentation, Osmic. You just
No.
responding.
So I'm just there.
Yes.
This response. Yes, it's this response about that. So that's what I just
short.
wanted to
Okay.
respond. So in short, that's what we're doing. But also in the last I think shot is, I think the big word is that collaborations, because we found that the minute we start collaborating with some of these museums, whether it be in Germany or in China, it also enables us to start cross sort of collaborating even with their audiences, because an audience who goes to their museums in England gets to find out about our museums here in South Africa. So I think that's super important. I hope that answers what you were asking. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Osmic. I hope, Chairperson of Sarah, you got that response. It was a direct question. At this point, Honorable Minister, we would like to give you an opportunity to not just respond, but also provide the way forward. After Minister, I would just get an indication whether we're still getting a performance, but we would be then adjourning this session, as I'm told we are way past the lunchtime. Thank you.
Short people again, Thank you. Thank you very much. I must say I've learned a lot. I know hip hop a lot. So the other stuff that was spoken about, I don't know. Tembi, I can't concentrate. You're talking loud here. I would like to respond to what has been said here and then just close. I listened to what you said, King, about you not being recognized as a king. And it's a problem. There are channels to apply in government to be recognized. But you are not alone. The people that I'm from, the Khoi and the San, does not have one king being recognized, does not have one paramount chief being recognized. So as we would say, we are in luck because you have a minister now that comes from them, that understand their pain, that match with them, that complain with them. So I don't have the right to complain anymore. With my appointment, I have now been given the duty by His Excellency President Ramaphosa to make sure that we are all treated fairly. So the things I'm doing, it's not Mackenzie doing it. It's because of the government of national unity giving me that latitude to do what we are doing. But I also want to urge you, the national dialogue is happening next month. Don't listen to the voices that say it's another talk shop. That's no talk shop. There's no talk shop that has the potential to change the constitution. This is not a talk shop. In fact, the president wants us to make it cheaper. The president wants us to bring down the price. The president is not happy with the price tag that has been thrown around of 700 million. But he doesn't want it to affect the quality of the debates that will be headed, that we will have at the national dialogue. It's an important thing where everybody has a chance to ventilate. So to the leaders, particularly in the Khoi and San community, take note of the dialogue. Leave the fool saying, yeah, it's a money-making scheme. There's no such a thing. Big things are going to be spoken about there. Thank you. I wanted just to bring that to your attention. Then, I think this will, it is true, leader, that they're selling our heritage sites. It's true that places like Oudemollen has no resemblance to the Khoi and the Sun and the First Nation people. You know, and I'm speaking here not as a critic, but as a child speaking to their parent. You know, if your child looks you in the eye and he tells you something that bothers him or her, it comes from a deep place of love, a deep place of appreciation, a deep place of internalization. The Khoi and the Sun, you have bigger problems than what you are telling me. Before we can complain about the white man or the black man, we got to fix ourselves. You know, I listened to the leader that was speaking now. He's fighting. He's fighting here. He's even fighting where people listen to him. Not everything should be a fight. We are fighting amongst each other before the president can recognize the king. We as the Khoi and the Sun is already telling people that one is not a king. Now that one can never be a king. Now how will the president take us serious? If it's not your job to say who's a king. It's not your job to say who's a queen. Your job is to show your bloodline to prove that you are indeed who you say you are. But we have taken upon ourselves to fight. You had Contralesa representing mostly the Nguni people. But when the voices in Contralesa felt that we are not being listened to, our struggle is not being taken forward, let us form Rolesa. They didn't do what we did at the Khoi and the Sun. We insulted each other. We had words for each other. They never did that. They just moved and did their own thing. We have people that has been representing the Khoi and the Sun who has no movement forward. Every year before the election, you are being told you are going to be recognized. An old man believed that fairy tales. No, they're going to recognize us. After election, even the person that promised you get reshuffled is gone. You start all over again. So I'm mentioning that to you as a child speaking to the parent to tell you this is a new time. It's not Gates and Mckenzie doing these things. It is the government of national unity saying to me, we give you the green light to go and sort out this problem. So don't fight. You know, I used to work at Nike 20 years ago, 18 years ago. I was doing work for Nike and they gave me free techies to give to the poor people in my community. And I put the techies in the bucket to go give to my community. It's free techies for them. I counted the techies, I think it was like 1,000 techies. I said to my friend, count the people that's there. And he said, there are 840. I said, no, that's fine. What is left, we can take to the old age home. When I stopped the bucket, we were packing the Nike techies outside. They started to fight. They started to grab. They started to fight each other for the techies. And there was no need to fight. Everybody left was one pair of techies there after the fight. So why are we fighting? We don't need to fight. We don't need to accuse people. This is a sacred time for us. You have one of your own in office. You have a government that cares about the Khoi and the Sun people now. I'm the one working with the Minister of Kokta, and I see his heart. I see his heart is in the right place, the IFP Minister. I say IFP minister because he's from the IFP, but we don't have PA, IFP, or DA ministers. So I'm saying to my people, let us organize ourselves. If I may, we've complained a lot about certain political parties. But you know what we did? We went to go organize us instead of complaining. And look at what that brought us. Organization is key. Don't blame the Zulu or the Xhosa if you yourself can emulate and learn from their battle. And I hope my words are not being seen as arrogant or disrespectful. It is just somebody that sees you fighting amongst each other instead of fighting for the cause. Watch very carefully who you choose as your leaders. Some of the Khoisan leaders don't have a job. They represent you. But their lives are going forward. You ask yourself, where does this man get money? And the Khoisan still remains at the back. And you must have reality. You know, reality is what I teach my children. I said to them, you can have many things in life, but some people go through life not being realistic. It's a dangerous thing not to be realistic. You must understand the cards in your hand. Let's talk about the biggest fight that was mentioned here. The leader there mentioned it. It was the river, the site of the Amazon site. That's a big fight. But let's be realistic. That is number one, a Khoisan site. Nobody can argue that. But number two, 4 billion rands has been spent already on that site. Now, reality tells me nobody is going to destroy the site to take out bones. Once you understand that, we can talk. But if you say you want the 4 billion to be the building to be demolished, you're going to get locked up. You are going to jail. And I can't help you to go to jail. So we need to have a different conversation. The conversation we should have is a conversation that says, all right, this is not the only site for the Khoi and San people. Let's make sure what happened here shouldn't happen to the others. But let us talk about you paying us, the Khoi and the San people, for using the site. But there must be other, but not impossible stuff like we need those bones. That's not going to happen. I am not going to lead you into something that I know is impossible. You will be locked up in court cases for the next 20 years and you don't have the money to fight those people. And I don't have the money to fight those people. So I'm saying let's learn, because we were fast asleep during the processes when it happened. Let us learn from that. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying let's do things differently. And there's a lot of black people and white people that really helped the Khoisan fight. And if you understand the history of the Khoisan, you'll understand it's not even a colored black issue, because there are black people that is African black that is Khoisan. I can tell you leaders that was recognized as Khoisan leaders. So I'm saying to you, and I want to finish on this issue. Let us change how we approach this thing. Every Tom, Dick, and Jabulani wakes up tomorrow, I'm a chief. I'm representing you. Sell out. You buy him with $1,000, leave those people. Dankie meneer, dankie baas. But he's our leader. We must make discernment. We must have discernment in who fights our cause. There's no enemy here. Don't blame black people. Don't blame white people. We have political power now. Use our power to help all races. We're building one nation here. We must not separate ourselves. And I hope that you understand. And anybody want to argue with me, my credentials since becoming a minister will show you that the koi and the sun is now at the table. You can't argue that. You know, you can't argue that. King Khoisan was refused entry at the event. I was told, I said, not only go get him, I said, put him at the head table on the stage at the government event. Because that's who we are. Next month, what is the date we're going to Scotland?
It's around August.
August. There's some Khoisan leaders that work diligently to recognize the bones that was people that was forcefully taken, like what you just mentioned, to Scotland. Those bones are in the Hungarian Museum in Scotland. 50 people of Khoi and San descendants were taken to the Hungarian Museum. What have I done as a minister? Next month, I'm taking Khoi and San leaders with us, August, to Scotland for the first time. We've already spoken, negotiated, fought, and agreed that all 50 of those bodies are coming back to be reburied in the Northern Cape with immediate effect. And that's only the beginning. Wherever there's a Khoisan laying, we will go and find them. And not only Khoisans, all our heroes, all the heroes from all races, people must be back at their soil. There's a soldier that fought against us in apartheid. He was from what we call Sadaf. A white young man, he fought against us. His family has applied to say he has also been buried in Angola. I will spend money even to bring him back. Because in freedom, we are all the same. So to everybody that's here, let us try to break the shackles of color. Let us hold hands and let us build a South Africa. And if you want an example, look at the Springbok rugby team. We can learn from the Springbok rugby team that when white, black, Indian, and colored work together, we can amass great things. To the white people, you must not be offended when my people complain and they talk about the hardships that they are experiencing. They are hurt people. And it is not personal for you when they speak about what white people did to them, because that's a fact. But that doesn't mean they want to move on. They just want to get closure. That's why you sense the anger in some of them. That's not closure. They are the first. When Jan van Riebeeck came here, he found them. But today they are nowhere to be seen. So that anger should not be seen as counter-racism or revenge. It's just the people that want to close this chapter and be treated with respect in the country of birth. Some of them today are not being called African, including myself. I'm not being called the African in a country where my people were the first nation. It hurts, but we will overcome. And we will overcome. You've done such a great thing here, my leader, in such a setting, when you showed us the VR. Lift it up again for me. I want them to look at it. Please stand up and show the house. No, the back also, not for me alone. No, the people in the back. You don't even know how it works, but you. Yeah, it's VR. Yes. No, it's not VR. You know, how many of us here can say the same about our museums? Everything why we got together, there's the example. Show me your museum. Put on something. We call it augmented reality. Show me augmented reality in your museums. That for me cut out the long part of my speech. That is the reason. I sent you to which country did I send you to, sir? To China. Look what is he coming back with. I signed for him to go to China to go and learn better practices. But today, when I ask Ralph Lang, show me Robben Island on augmented reality, Ralph will talk lots of Afrikaans. Because that's where I want to take us to. That is where I want to take us to. Now, if you don't understand, there's many of you, you're the right person in the wrong position. Or you're the wrong person in the right position. But you have a chance to make yourself the right person in the right position. You know, the example, and this is personal for all of you. You've seen this big achievement of the cricket team. The big achievement of the cricket team at Lord's, where they took the Test Championship. Do you know that Themba Bavuma was criticized? He was told how useless he is. And he's the captain. And they said, you are the wrong guy for this team. At the most crucial moment of that game, what you don't know and what I know as the minister, he got injured at the most crucial point. And the coach and everybody said to him, you can't play anymore. And he did something that I want to ask you today to do. He said, I'm going to play. And he played. And you know what is that? And that's what I want from you. It is cometh the hour, cometh the man. We all agreed that museums should change. All of us. You look at people that spoke here. Now is not a time to complain. The minstrels. Every tweede nuwe jaar, we all go to watch them. And every year we complain they get so little money. They attract 100,000 people that's allowed to watch them. But some of the orchestras in Cape Town and elsewhere get more money than them. That attracts 3,000 people. But are they going to keep on complaining like most of you are doing here? Or are they going to rise to the occasion and do for themselves and take their fate in their own hands? You know, I listened to the chairperson of SARA saying, he's a DJ at home. I'm a singer at home, but only at home. And in the shower, I'm the number one singer. I'm glad to see I'm not the only one applying my trade share at home. And you heard about the Hip Hop Museum. Osmic makes a great mistake when he comes here and he speaks. I listen to him. He tells you all the good things, but he doesn't tell you the hardships. He lost me because he just showed you the nice things, but he didn't tell you for all these years what it took from him as Osmic to have what you see there. Family sacrifices. losing friends, getting more no's than yeses. It wasn't easy. You know, I was running in Dubai in the morning because I just became a minister. So I'm still running. And there was a resort there where we stayed. Beautiful resort, the most beautiful resort. So I wake up 5 o'clock to run. But I run through the resort and I see how dirty it is at the back. All the dirt that they clean every morning when I run. How they prepare for us. And the story about the Hip Hop Museum, it's the same thing. It wasn't, I think it's 13 years in the making now with me. 13 years in the making. So what we are doing here is not an instant fix. It's not an instant solution. We have 13 long years ahead of us. But the first step is today. The first step is today. Go and see. And you know, there's a story I'll end up with here today for those ones that are lazy here. So I'm saying to you, we are not busy here baking a cake. This is not an instant. We are fixing a problem that generations are going to come and enjoy. And those generations that's going to come and enjoy those benefits will remember where it started. So if you think museums will be ready next month or next year, it's like people saying to me, Mckenzie is very hopeless. We thought he'll bring change to the department. I've just been appointed as the minister. I went to go watch the Super Sport and I think Golden Arrows game, yes, at Lucas Moripe Stadium. So there's no VIP section there. You sit amongst the people at the top there. There's a little section they cordoned off for me. So I arrived 5 minutes before the game, Mr. Ndima. And people are like, Minister of Happiness, Mckenzie'S here. The crowd went crazy. And I'm a bit embarrassed. I don't like this fanfare things. So I go and sit quickly, and the crowd doesn't stop. They just kept on clapping. Mckenzie'S here, our minister. Then halftime started. Just as halftime started. After halftime, there was load shedding. So the lights went off. The whole stadium turned around. Mckenzie! Look up, So I ignored them at first. But then the noise became so loud. Then I started acting like on my phone. So, Mckenzie, Barry, what did they say? So I called the minister, the mayor of Swari. The minister, get on the lights. So eventually, the light is not going on. I'm like, I can't take this abuse. I must go home. So as I stepped down, Hey, this minister is hopeless. Yes. Ay. Hopeless. Hi, we need better ministers. These were the same people that 45 minutes ago. They were saying, Mckenzie, how not parallel. Now I'm hearing how hopeless I am. When I got to the gate, the lights went on. I ran back. I'm like, yeah, stop this thing you were talking now. But I, Mckenzie, you boss over there. Mckenzie, you are the boss. So people will love you for a moment, but what you need to do and what I need to do, let us keeping on. Let us stay true to the plan. Some of you might not want to hear this, but the people that work under you want you to fail. Because they see themselves as in your position. You know, we we need to learn that thing to say, once we embark on a decision, and Robben Island is a good example. The chair, the CEO, acting CEO, the board, we decided we're going to go this way. The chair never flinched. Professor Cooper. The acting CEO never flinched. Ralph Links. The department, Ms. Kumalo, we never flinch. No, you can't close Robben Island. We like, watch us. No, what about the ferries? We like, oh, you wanted to kill people. At Robben Island, and I will use it as an example. This is the great example that's in your museum, but I'll use Robben Island because they have started the process. If you go to Robben Island and you want a proper coffee, you can't get it. You can't get a proper, I'm talking about proper coffee that people that can afford to visit Robben Island would drink. Your phone doesn't work, there's no network. Only the people that live there know where you must go stand on the hill or somewhere. There's no museum on Robben Island. There's no proper restaurant if you get hungry at Robben Island. You have to be there for 3 hours at Robben Island. You can't leave whenever you want to leave. They hold you prisoner for 3 hours. What? There's no value adds on Robben Island. Let me tell you what we are doing now. Because we had a great chair there. We have a great CEO there, acting CEO, and we've got a great team. We took a decision, and I want to show you the power of taking a decision. We took a decision. The ferry is a danger to people. You see, once people can die on that ferry, then people will wake up. But the defects on the ferries has already been exposed. So we stop it. So let me tell you how the new Robben Island is going to look. There will be, people didn't even know there's a golf course on Robben Island. There's a helicopter landing strip on Robben Island. There's a small airplane landing strip on Robben Island. Those things are overgrown with grass. People working there were not aware of it. We are changing Robben Island to the following. And let Robben Island inspire you. 16 of the 24 trips scheduled for Robben Island makes it to Robben Island. 8 of them, because of bad weather, don't make it. So if you are on holiday and it's your last day at Robben Island, and you plan to go to Robben Island the last day of your holiday, if the weather says no, there's no going to Robben Island. You miss it. So what we've done, we are now going to open the helicopter landing strips. We are going to open the people that comes with small aircrafts. We are going to get more licenses for more ferries to come to Robben Island. So you must come and go as you want. If you want to leave, you mustn't be because it's Robben Island, you must be held prisoner. You must leave after you've seen what you want to see. We are putting statues on Robben Island. Big statues of Nelson Mandela, of Robert Sobukwe, of Krotua, of Harry the Strandloper. Who did I leave out?
You left out also Seattle.
Harry the Strandloper is Osomato. Know your history, people. How you mean what of Osomato is the same person? We called him Osomato, but the books call him Harry the Strandloper. It's the same person. Khotso Siahlulo from Namibia, because there was no, sorry, from Asapo. And we're getting the Namibian name. We are waiting. Oh, Toivo, they gave you the name. We were waiting for a name. Yeah. So What we are doing, those statues will be on Robben Island. Krotua was the first woman on Robben Island. Harry the Strandloper, or Somato, was the first prisoner on Robben Island. He also has the record as the only prisoner, the first prisoner to have escaped swimming from the island to the mainland, not once, but twice. So we are doing the short walk to freedom, and we're doing an eternal flame for the unknown soldier, prisoner that was held at Robben Island. We are opening a center for yoga and reflection on Robben Island. We are opening hotels and guest houses on Robben Island where you can sleep there. We are opening the tennis courts that's there, the soccer courts, the golf courts at Robben Island. We are opening the Nelson Mandela and other prisoners museum, including the Koyan San Museum on Robben Island. We are bringing new ferries, as I said. We are going to start raising money for ex-prisoners. You can sleep in the cell of Nelson Mandela if you pay $1 million or so. Rich people do that type of stuff, believe me. When I told my friends, it's like $1 million om in die tronk te slap. Ek bou hier vir my nog 'n huis. So, I'm mentioning that to you. It was spoken here about digitization. We can't move forward without it. You can't. Listen, there's no debate about it. The best thing you must do for yourself is to make sure that you can operate without government money. If we stop funding now, you are all Freedom Park #1. You are all dead. Without government money. Some of you were like phoning me like the man 12 o'clock at the ATM before payday, 5 to 12. Hey, Minister, when are you paying? The salaries are imminent, these are imminent. So I'm saying to you, we have to, was spoken about the Cape Town Science Center. It has to be a collaboration with the Cape Town Science Center. The museum, I'll speak to Irish and them about the museum and the Darling. They'll take me there, put a mail in them, because I would want to go see there. I can state now, it's not a state museum. Darling, it's not a state museum, but that doesn't mean that we should be insulted there. We can't allow that. I think it was in the War Museum where where you guys had the story of, that wasn't, you have a story at the museum, if my memory serves me well, of a part of the struggle. Yes. In the Boer War Museum, they have a story of the struggle, just to give perspective on both sides. And that's what we would like to see there. So I will go to Swartland. I'm actually going there next month, last week in July. So I will come around there. And the gentleman, Chipa, where's the mic? Please give the gentleman. From the Humphreys Museum. You must, when I used to introduce myself, I would say to people, I'm Gayton Mckenzie and I come from jail. You know why? Then all the dinner talk about, he's from jail. He's from jail. It is killed right there when I come. So you said you will stop. Can you introduce yourself in your language?
All right, thank you. Kena Chipapi Mahato. Kena mira wa matlamatala wa matlamashuwa siena ki mira wa letsenela. Kile nong la miloro mibila lora nama liaja. Sulang kapila ba makamata po ya khata itloga itwela ivetula masuana. Mothabeng go lla tsushi go lla tateledi go lla Mothabo ka mphela. Mothabong ke swara naka ya mafelelo naka ya tateledi diri dilla ka mphela ga tšona nna ka šala morago ke eta ke di gapa gobane ke nna Tau Mahlo Matala Mirwa wa Botokwa. Ke a leboga.
Ke lebohile. I just want people to be themselves, and I felt very sad when the gentleman said he can't introduce who he is. So I just need to do that.
Thank
Then
you.
The last few things I want to just mention briefly because of time. The kitchen has been giving me, they'll take the food back. They told me now. I just want to go through this very quickly. It's true what was said about the First Nation to say, hulle sit hulle hart op die tafel. Don't worry, we will fix things. And the issue of the Franse Higenote. First time somebody's honest. I could never understand why did my people love the Franse Higenote so much. Maar I had today hulle het lekker wyn gemaak. That was such an honest thing. And then a very important point was mentioned here. I don't know what it Mr. Masemula who that said about the G20. What role are you playing in the G20? Those are the questions you should be seized with instead of complaining. This whole museum needs to be able to tell me what role are you playing? What do you have for the G20? It's the biggest thing happening in the history of culture in our country. So you have to come back with something. And then somebody says the Khoi Museum. I can tell you Khoi Museum is not a choice, but it's a covenant with my ancestors that there has to be a Khoi Museum. And the lady said something so important in conclusion. She said, this feels like a disruptor model. It is exactly that. You are 100% right. I am a disruptor. I like to take on things where people say it can't be done. You know, the day when I saw I have a strong team in DSEC with Tembi and Mr. Ndima, when my first meeting I had with them, I said, I need Basil February, Maria Muposo, and Duma Nokwe to be returned to South Africa immediately. I give you 90 days. All hands went up. And Dima was the bravest. He said, it can't be done. And Tembi was like, no, Minister, truly. Trying to charm me with a smile. Truly, it can't be done. I let them all speak and I said, I'm going to fire you if it is not done. I give you 90 days and I've changed my mind. I don't want 3. I want around 30 to come back. Meeting over, I said to them. In 90 days, they brought 45, am I sure? Right? 45 of our heroes back to South Africa. And the president was so happy. The president was very happy. And now, they're the ones telling me they'll bring 100. So sometimes people just need that inspiration, which I hope today must show you that we take you serious. We take heritage serious. We take museums serious. And I'm not want to talk big, but I remember the president asked me one day, Minister Mckenzie, how are you holding up? He called me. He says, Minister Mckenzie, how are you holding up? I said, President, should I tell you what I want to tell you, or should I tell you what I tell my friends? He says, tell me what you tell your friends. I said, I need to apologize to all ministers. Because when I wasn't a minister, I used to say they don't work. They just there in the blue lights the whole day. Today, I'm a minister. And I can tell you, the work never stops. The work never stops. If I have to tell you my schedule, they do work. Some, you don't see the results because they don't work effectively. But work, they work. So I want to say to you as a parting shot, Firstly, I want to thank the people I work with at DSEC. Working with me, I know it's not easy. I will never ask your families what you say about me when you get home. My heart is not strong enough to hear what you tell your families. From the ADG to DDG Ndima, Tembi, everybody here, to the junior staff, thank you for putting this together. None of you complain in front of me, Mr. Sibisiso. But I know that complaint doesn't matter that you do when I leave. But thank you, because the people are happy. The people feel needed. The people feel appreciated. And days like today, where I said to them, I'm going to be here the whole day, cut off all my meetings, because this is important. And somebody once told me a story. I asked him, can I ask you a personal question? He said, yes. I said, your father left you and your brother each 50 million rand when he died in 1978. How come your brother has no money and you have all the money in the world? You are a billionaire. He said to me, Kaitan, I'm going to tell you the secret of life. And don't ask me questions after that. And what he shared with me, I want to share with you. He says, life consists of this line for him. He said there was a bird that wanted to go to the top of the mountain, and another bird that also wanted to go to the top of the mountain. And both of them, and the one bird was going up and he keeps on falling and he goes up and he keeps on falling, but he never tires of trying to get on top of the mountain. And his brother went to the cow and he said, cow, can I sit on your back and eat the lice? The cow said yes. And he jumped on the cow's back and he pretended to eat the lice while his brother was struggling to go up and down. And he said to the cow, cow, can you put me on your tail and hit me long, high up in the air so I can come and land on your back again? And the cow did that and he hit him high up with his tail. And he jumped on the back of another bird and he was up on the mountain. And his brother was still struggling. On top of the mountain, he laughed and he was stretching. And a farmer from far said, hey, look at that bird. And he shot him. What's the moral of the story? Bullshit might take you there, but it will never keep you there. You are on top of the pile to fix the museums. Hard work will make you stay there. May God bless you. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister. You want that plan within how many days before we go? Okay. Minister is giving us flexible timelines. I just conferred with DDG Ndima. We would be in touch in terms of setting up those work streams that we spoke about with specific themes, because we need to produce this plan, because we need something concrete coming out of this engagement. Thank you very much to everyone for coming. Lunch is served on the first floor. And please, if everyone could move. They are, yes, the lunch is about to be removed. If we can please move down. No queues, please, inside here, queues outside for lunch. Thank you very much to everyone and have a wonderful rest of the day and weekend.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you got. I don't believe anybody feels the way I do. Right tonight, right tonight. Backbeat, the word was on the street that the fire in your heart is high. I'm sure you heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. No, no. Cause I don't believe anybody feels the way I do. Right tonight, right tonight. And all the roads we have to walk through winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are anything that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I don't know how, 'cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves